I told you that Kenya's most profitable crop just became one of the riskiest investments. Macadamia nuts that once sold for 200 shillings per kilo are now paying hope at funerals for just 50 shillings. But here's the twist. The math still works, and I have the numbers to prove it. Stay with me because what I am about to show you will change everything you thought you knew about macadamia farming. Welcome back to FarmWorks Kenya. My name is Kelvin Wairimu, an agricultural consultant at FarmWorks Kenya. And this is where we offer you the realistic solutions to your daily farming challenges. Today, we have complete macadamia farming profitability analysis that we want to talk to you about. And if you're considering investing in macadamia farming, or you already farming and wondering if you should quit, this video could save or make you hundreds of thousands of shillings. And hey, if this analysis helps you make a better investment decisions, smash that subscribe button and don't forget to share. And let's dive into the biggest numbers. Now, here's what the Agriculture and Food Authority AFA doesn't want you to focus on. In 2021, Kenya produced 41,000 metric tons worth 2.5 billion shillings. In 2022, we produced more, 43,000 metric tons. But the total value dropped to 2.4 billion shillings. Do the math with me. That's an average price drop of from 61 shillings per kilo to 56 shillings. And today, we are looking at 50 shillings per kilo, if not 20 shillings. That's a 75 to 85% crash from the golden days of 200 shillings. But here is where it gets interesting. Isn't being thrown around this inflated setup cost 300,000 to 400,000 shillings per acre. But I got some real numbers, and they tend to tell a completely different story. Let's begin. Land preparation at 25,000 shillings. Seedlings, 125 trees at 300 shillings each cost you 37,500 shillings. Planting cost 5,000, manure 10,000, infrastructure 15,000, and it adds up to a total cost per acre of just 92,500 shillings. That's 4 times less than what most experts have been telling you. Now, let's walk with you year by year, the whole journey, shillings by shillings, so that we can get the whole picture and the total cost that you incur by the time you are optimizing your production. Now, year 1, you invest 122,500 shillings, and you have as a total maintenance cost. At the end, it's a loss. On year 2, you in another 30,000 for maintenance and still no income. Now at this point, you are at 152,500 shillings down. This is where most people panic, okay? Because at year 2, you've not earned anything, but you've spent over 100,000. Now on year 3, the magic begins. Your trees can start to give you at least 1,250 kilos. At 50 shillings, that's 62,500 shillings as revenue. And the cost that you incurred was 30,000. So the profit tends to reduce the whole cost. Now on year 4, now at this time, we are talking about 3,750 kilos, bring it to 187,500 as revenue. The cost is still 30, and you tend to have a profit of around 150,000. At this point, you are breaking even, finally out of the red zone to black one. Now, on year 5, it's a sweet spot. You produce 7,500 kilos, you make 375 as revenue and 330 as profit. Okay, so it's where you start now earning the whole big thing. Now, even at these terrible prices of 50 shillings per kilo, even with the market apparently crashing, you can still make a 286 return on investment in just 5 years. But, and this is the big but, there are some serious risks you need to know about. The risk and the red flags, okay? Now, risk number 1 is price trajectory. We've gone from 61 to 56 to 50 shillings. Now, what if it hits 30? Your entire equation tends to change. Risk number 2 is the market saturation, where producing more but earning less as a country. That's oversupply 101. Risk number 3 is the processor squeeze. Processors are buying at 20 shillings and selling at 800 shillings. They are making 4,000 margins, while farmers tends to struggle. So should you invest in macadamia farming? The numbers say yes, if and only if you understand you are not just farming, you are speculating on future prices. Now, if prices hold at 50 shillings, you do well. If they recover to 80 to 100 shillings, you will do exemplary well. But if they drop to 30 shillings, you will be joining those farmers hawking nuts at the funerals. And I don't want you to be among them. So here's what I want you to do. Make sure that you download this full analysis. Link is in the description. Learn your own numbers with your specific land cost and circumstances. And most importantly, never invest more than you can afford to lose in the first 2 years. That's a rule that you should have. And if this analysis helped you, make sure that you drop a comment up below with your biggest takeaway. Are you going to invest or are you staying away? I read every comment. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because tomorrow we are looking at and we're breaking down the real profit margin in avocado farming. And trust me, those numbers will surprise you even more than if this did. No. So until next time, invest smart and farm smarter. My name was Kelvin Oirimo, an agricultural consultant at FarmWorks Kenya. So make sure that you subscribe at FarmWorks on YouTube and even on TikTok. Thank you. Let me see you then.